Hey guys, it's the American Patriot here, and I want to talk about Ebola real quick, and just watch this video.
Here's the hard truth. In West Africa, Ebola is now an epidemic of the likes that we have not seen before. It's spiraling out of control. It is getting worse. It's spreading faster and exponentially. So today I'm announcing a major increase in our response. At the request of the Liberian government, we're going to establish a military command center in Liberia to support civilian efforts across the region. And our forces are going to bring their expertise in command and control, in logistics, in engineering. And our Department of Defense is better at that. Our armed services is better at that than any organization on earth.
Did you hear that? Military Command Center. So basically martial law. Kind of. 20 people have escaped to the quarantine zone in Sierra Leone, I believe. Or in Liberia, I forgot which one. But anyway, they escaped, and they're still, at least if I heard, they're still looking for 17 of them who escaped with Ebola. And remember this popped up a few years ago, I think. There were FEMA coffins on like roadsides or like just in the middle of nowhere, and there were about 500,000 of them, and they're gone. So they moved them, and it probably took years to disappear for them to move them. And if Ebola does come to the US, then would these be coffins for them? And here is a report that they're heading to Chicago. And this is what they look like. All these, 500,000 of them, in Georgia. And recently, the U.S. State Department has ordered 160,000 Ebola hazmat suits, like with all the, like goggles, suit, the whole thing and stuff. And what are they doing with all these? I mean, hang on. Hang on, let me find it real quick. Here we go. Here they are. Here it is. Oh my goodness. I clicked the wrong one. Okay, hang on. Here it is. U.S. State Department orders 160,000 Ebola hazmat suits. Bulk purchase prompts concerns about the spread of a deadly epidemic. The U.S. State Department has ordered 160,000 hazmat suits for Ebola, prompting concerns that the federal government is anticipating the rapid spread of a virus that has already claimed an unprecedented number of lives. So basically, they're getting ready for Ebola to hit here. And also, my final thing from InfoWars is that this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen if Ebola comes to the United States. In addition, as you will read about below, the federal government has the authority to separate and restrict the movement of well persons who may have been exposed to communicable disease to see if the see if they become ill. If you want to look at these laws in the broadest sense, they pretty much give the federal government the power to do almost anything that they want with us in the event of a major pandemic. Of course, such a scenario probably would not be called martial law, but would feel like it a lot. It would probably be called civil emergency or something. So that's just a little bit on Ebola. The death toll is at about 3,000, I believe. And this top virologist has said that it's too late. Ebola will kill 5 million. Experts says virus will infect the entire population of African countries. A top German virologist has caused shockwaves by asserting that it's too late to halt the spread of Ebola in Sierra Leone and Liberia, and that 5 million people will die. Noting that efforts should now be focused on stopping the transmission of the virus to other countries. And with our open borders, it'll be much easier for people with Ebola to get into the United States. Trust me, once that first person pops up in the US with a Ebola case, it's probably already too late because Ebola is airborne. I'll bring up an article for that. Hang on, I think there's a video for this too, actually. No. So anyway, despite repeated assurances that the Ebola virus cannot be transmitted via airborne particles, the CDC is concerned that very outcome and has directed airline staff to take steps to prevent the spread of infectious material through the air. While Ebola is highly contagious, the risk of a full-blown pandemic has been downplayed by health authorities because, according to our current understanding of the virus, Ebola is not airborne and is transmitted through contact with bodily fluids, including sweat and blood. However, with concerns rising that the current strain of the virus, which is the worst in history and has killed 887 people, but back on August 4th, so in about a month, it's killed about 2,000 people, 2,000 more people than this. And the Centers for the CDC has implemented steps to prevent its spread via international air travel. The CDC is also directing airline cleaning personnel to not use compressed air, which might spread infectious material through the air. So, if you want to just look it up, lots of articles are on Infowars.com. And, yeah. I might be posting a little bit more. But school has been pounding on me a lot, so don't expect too much. So, thank you for watching. More videos coming soon. And remember, if you are watching this, you are a true patriot.